Hello there coaches, my name is Toby from the Gymnastics Academy, and today I've partnered up with Gym Club Solutions to show you guys how you can teach your gymnast a Pop 360 Crescent, aka a Pop 360. Now a Pop 360 Crescent is the combination of a 360-degree jump and a crescent kick. So I'll quickly show you guys what those two are, then I'll show you what the full skill will be. 360 jump, and crescent kick, bang, just like that. Pop 360 then is the combination of those two, and that will look a little something like this. First things first, when it comes to teaching your gymnast how to crescent kick, we're going to start off in a nice straight shape with their cartwheel leg in front of them. From here, all they're going to think about doing is lifting their leg straight up nice and strong, bringing it all the way around behind them, and when their leg is in this position, you're then going to jump, bring your base leg in front of you, bring your kicking leg behind you, so you can land as if you're riding a surfboard or a skateboard. Get the gymnast to do this a few times and start to add the speed as you go along. So, leg up tall, round, and jump. Same again, leg up tall, round, and jump. As you get better and better, we want to think about this leg coming around a lot more in this motion. Then as you jump, you want to imagine stamping your leg down, just like that. So, leg comes up, as we jump, stamp, land super strong. Leg around, jump, stamp, super strong. So now the gymnast understands how to kick their leg and land their Pop 360, now we need to teach them how to jump. Now the 360 is very, very similar to the way we do it in gymnastics. However, rather than landing straight onto the wall here, you want to be a little bit more side on with an extra 90 degrees of rotation. Gymnast stands, arms nice and wide, step all the way round, almost to a 180. In this position, they're going to jump up super tall, making sure their eyes and chest is the first thing that sees that wall, leaving your hips behind you, so they can do a full 360 instant landing. So, step across, jump, land nice and wide. Same thing again, get that shoulder and those eyes to see that wall nice and early. Step, see it, land. With this kind of jump, you want to get your gymnast to imagine stepping, coming down nice and low, standing up super tall while spinning round like a cork or a corkscrew. One more time, step, turn up, land legs wide. Now, in order to get your gymnast to add the leg and the kick into their Pop 360, we're going to do a jump, 360, and one-legged pike jump. So we're not going to imagine doing the full crescent kick and stamp down. All we're going to imagine doing is jumping, turn, and getting the gymnast to one-legged pike, bring the foot behind them. One thing you can get them to do start with is just simple one-legged pike jumps first. So we jump, cartwheel hand in front of us, cartwheel leg kick, back down. Jump, kick, and back down. After this point, rather than land with their feet together, try and get them to land with their feet nice and wide in that finishing position. Jump, kick, land wide. Jump, kick, land wide. Nice and strong. Once they get really good at doing that, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but from the 360. Jump and turn, cartwheel arm up, cartwheel leg lift, one-legged pike, land on the floor. Nice and easy first, step, jump, one-legged pike, and around. One thing you really need to make sure you're doing is, as you're doing the jump and one-legged pike, we're keeping our hips turning all the way round, all the way round, all the way round, through the pike, keep them moving, land, back facing this way. As it starts to get a little bit better, instead of thinking of just doing a pike, sticking your leg up in front of you here, imagine doing that same pike jump, but once again, rather than it going straight up here, instead it's going to lift towards the opposite wall, come around past your face in the crescent motion, and then we're going to axe kick our foot, bang, down to the floor, so we get a big pop, leg comes all the way around, land super strong. And step, round, land nice and strong. So, once again, instead of doing the one-legged pike, turn and kick your leg straight up and down like this. Instead, we're now imagining that same thing, just our leg is going to come crescent around up to 12 o'clock and stamp it down to 6. Round tall, up nice and strong. If the gymnasts are struggling to get their leg around, one thing you get them to do is to get them to stick their hand out in front of them and tell them to try and kick their hand and make that sound. nice and strong. Final one, step, jump, hand up, and around. If you're finding the gymnast isn't getting very strong at doing their crescent kick motion, one thing you can do is get them to come up against the wall, stand across and just practice that. Leg around, boom, nice and fast. Leg comes round, stamp it behind them. Once again, leg around, boom, stamping behind you. Lift the side of your leg, or get your gymnast to lift the side of the leg or their IT band up nice and strong and really drive it around. They understand how to use their leg a little bit more, you then get them to apply it to the full hop 360. The biggest mistake I usually see with Pop 360 is on the landing. There's two things that can happen. One, either they do their Pop 360, boom, and they land 1, 2, rather than 2, or they tend to stick their other leg up in front of them and land with the crescent kick leg first. Now, that is a little bit more like a tornado kick, so that is not what we want. In order to get them to eliminate both of these habits, you need to make sure that as they take off, the leg that they are not bringing round, they keep pointed to the floor at all times. Keep it nice and straight, pointing straight down. Don't let it lift up in front of you, don't let it kick behind you, just think. Jump, pointing that toe to the floor, keep it pointing to the floor, whilst the other one comes all the way around. When we get near the end and our foot is about to hit the floor, we need to think about bringing our hip, not our foot, around and in front of us. So rather than the hips being here, we're going to come around, jump, they're going to be here. In a nice straight line, pointing towards the wall we are facing. So the gymnast can be taking off strong and keeping their non-kicking leg pointing towards the floor the whole time, whilst the other one drives all the way through, land on 2 feet. So that has been how you can teach your gymnast a Pop 360. We hope you guys have found this video useful. If you have, please feel free to leave a like and a comment down below, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next tutorial.